we'll continue reading on about Ruth Chrisman and her family.
Life on the prairie. Soon the Chrisman family had settled in Nebraska. Ruth, called Babe by her family, helped with the work. She gathered wild fruit, such as plums and raspberries, in the nearby canyon. She loved the long summer days when the prairie grass was taller than she was. Many pioneers, like Ruth's family, lived in houses made of sod, which is just dirt held together by grass.
Pretty crazy. Imagine living in a house like this, dirt held together by grass. I'd be scared it would collapse. Okay, we're going to come across our vocabulary word here in this paragraph. The vocab word is blizzard. I'm sure you've all heard it before.
Winters were hard on the open range, meaning the areas of open grassland where cattle were raised. Storms swept across the prairie, and cattle, and sometimes people, would get lost and freeze to death. When she was 17 years old, Ruth started teaching school. She was in the classroom when a blizzard struck. She saved the lives of her students by taking them to a nearby house until the storm passed. It took 3 days.
Imagine if that happened with us, guys. If we had a blizzard and I needed to take you to a different nearby house to keep you safe for 3 days, that'd be crazy. But back then, those are the type of things that they had to do. So that all the children spent 3 full days with just their teacher. But lucky she kept them safe. A blizzard, which we've probably all heard before, is just like a severe snowstorm, a really dangerous snowstorm.
Between 1854 and 1929, more than 100,000 children went west on orphan trains. See panel below.
Orphan trains. Let's read about that.
Helping hand. Some children went west without their parents. Poor and homeless children were sent on trains west from New York to live with farm families. The Children's Aid Society, which organized these orphan trains, still serves needy children today. Though many of these children were treated well, some were forced to work very hard.
So these orphan trains were for children that were poor and homeless that went west to live with farm families. So farm families just needed help to pick crops on their farm and to plant seeds. So they would take these orphan children and just sort of send them out there to go work for these farm families. A lot of times, like it says here, they were treated nicely by these families, but sometimes they were forced to work very hard, even if they were young, like your age.
New homesteaders. Both men and women could own a homestead. A person just had to be 21 years old. So, as each of the Chrisman sisters turned 21, she claimed her own land. First came Lizzie, followed by Ludi Bell, and then Haiti. Unfortunately, by the time Ruth was 21, all of the best land had already been claimed.
Poor Ruth.
On the scene. Families on the prairie had to make their own fun. Ruth remembered the following stories about her prairie childhood. Since our neighbors were such a long distance, when we visited each other, we spent several days. How happy we were when we would look out and see someone coming over the hill. We knew they were coming for the night. We only had 3 rooms in our sod house, but always had room for all that came. We would take down a bed or two, put the table outside, and be ready for a dance. My brother played the violin, so we had our orchestra at home. We often danced till daylight.
So they'd get so excited to have visitors because they never really got any. And when the visitors came, they came from so far away that they'd stay overnight, and it looks like they'd have a little dance party. Kind of sounds like fun. Okay, this is our last page. This is Ruth's family.
This photograph of the Chrisman sisters was taken in 1886. From left to right are Haiti, Lizzie, Ludi Bell, and Ruth. Ruth never liked the way she looked in this picture.
So this is Ruth here. All right, in our next video, we'll do our 1 vocab word, and then it's going to be a short Google form today. You're only going to have your vocab sentence and your focus question. So take your time. Do a good job on it for me.